Many years ago, when I was still in undergraduate studies, I had a chance to volunteer with the Times of India group. So I had a chance to teach this class of wonderful 8 or 9-year-olds. This was third standard. I began with an icebreaker activity to win over their trust. The activity was simple. All of them had to take a fresh sheet of paper and draw anything they like. No instructions whatsoever. The class teacher who was supervising that class, she did the nice thing of telling me who's the studious kid in class, who's the naughty child, who's the kid that doesn't pay attention. And I was particularly interested in the kid that didn't pay attention. There was a boy sitting all the way in the last bench who apparently was zoned out in every one of our classes. And I was particularly interested in this boy. And when I gave the class this activity, it was supposed to be a 10-minute activity. I walked up all the way to the last bench. He was curled up over his desk, not showing anybody else what he was drawing. And I asked him, "Hey kid, can you tell me what you're drawing?" He said aggressively, "I'm drawing a picture of God." I said, "But nobody knows what God looks like." And his snappy reply is what caught me off guard. He said, "Nobody knows what God looks like? I'll show them." And I love this story for so many reasons, but primarily because this reminds me of the kind of confidence we used to have in our own abilities, in our own creativity as kids. And this confidence slowly wanes. As we grow up, we slowly lose it. Life happens to all of us. You ask a class of third graders whether they think they're creative or not, and all of the hands will go up in class promptly. And now I get to work with so many amazing people early in their career. You ask people who are 25, 24 if they're creative or not, and barely any hands go up. As we grow up, we think we're not creative, that we're not intelligent, that we're not smart and brilliant and uniquely capable of doing only what we can do. And maybe it's because as we grow up, we lose touch with what we were once really good at doing. I think we lose touch with our truest selves. And in that sense, we grow up to not know who we are. It's also because the older we get, the more there is pressure on us. But that's natural, right? There is pressure on us to excel at what we do. But that's not the problem. More pressure is okay. But the problem is that there is more pressure to perform highly at higher levels within a small range of our capabilities. For example, if you've done engineering like me and you're working at a tech job like me, people will expect you to do just that and excel at just that. And you fail to get opportunities in the creative side of the house. And when this happens, it becomes exceedingly difficult to embrace your other, perhaps truer hidden talents. This is what results in talented, creative, deeply intelligent people growing up to think that they are not. As we grow up, we embrace and absorb two common myths about creativity. The first one is that, and I've been guilty of doing this, is thinking that creativity is only about special things, special activities. It's only about music, art, drama, dance, fashion. Only these areas are creative. The rest aren't. While I was growing up, I'm guilty of thinking that I wasn't creative because I wasn't in the college band. I didn't think that I belonged in that creative space. Anything can be creative. Math can be creative. Writing code can be creative. The way you approach problems can be creative. The way you create businesses can be creative. Creativity, by definition, is an idea that's hopefully original. An idea that is original that also has value. That's creative. Nobody said anything about dance and music and art and fashion. Those are things we assumed. That's the first myth. And the second myth, which is we think that creativity is a gene, that either you have it or you don't. Either you're born with it or you're not. I think creativity is more like fitness. It's not either you have it or you don't. It's something that you can get better at the more you exercise, the more you work out. The more you go to the gym and do those reps and do those bicep curls, your biceps will start to appear. But does that mean you don't have biceps? No, bicep is a muscle that you always have. You can train it to enhance it, to make it look bigger. That's exactly what creativity is like. Everyone is innately creative. It's just that it needs those reps. It needs those hours of sitting quietly and trying to channelize your thoughts, your ideas, and give it form. It needs hours and hours of tinkering for your creative strengths to show up in open light. These are the two myths. What is the call to action? How can we embrace our creative potential? I've spoken about the two myths. Now I should also probably speak about how we can fix this dilemma, shouldn't I? All creative work needs a medium. The medium can be anything. It could be music. It could be logic. It could be the way we communicate. It could be the way we move. It could be the way we think about words. It could be anything, really anything. We call this medium, the way you express your creativity, this medium, we call this our form of expression. Each one of us has our own natural inclination towards a certain expression. Many of us spend most of our lives trying to discover that expression. Some are lucky to find it very early on. Finding your form of expression, it excites your imagination. And this is a crucial step in freeing your creative energies. History is full of people who didn't think they were creative, and all of a sudden they discovered their unique form of expression, and then they were able to unleash their true creative potential. To me, it's simple. Figure out what you loved doing as a kid and do more of it today.